Kate, do you want to talk about the wig stands? You did this. Let me get you unmuted here, and let me figure out how to do that. There's Kate. Oops, sorry, Arthur. Kate, go ahead. Can you hear me, or can you speak?
He's not unmuted, but I'm still live.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me do it this way because I'm probably. Sorry, guys. This isn't a lot of fun. Where's Kate? Kate was here a second ago. Where'd he go?
Down 3.
There's got to be an easy way to do this. I saw Kate. Did we lose him? All right, where's Kate? There's Kate. Unmute. Don's muted.
Hi.
All right,
Hello.
there you go. You're on, Kate. Sorry.
Yep. Yeah, so we had a great turnout for the Wig Stand Challenge. I'd like to thank everybody who participated, and congratulations to everybody who participated as well. It is a great cause. We had 13 participants, and with the 13 participants, we had made 35 wig stands. Once our meetings resume, if everybody can bring their wig stands, and I'll collect them at the next meeting, and I will deliver them to HEARTH. We did the live draw on Durham Woodworking Club webpage on the Facebook page. And the outcome of the draw, Calvin won both prizes. He won a Vertex gunmetal in gold fountain pen, which was made with maple burl. And he also won a small ornamental choke cherry box. I did get an email with his address, and we'll be delivering those prizes this week. Again, thank you everybody who participated.
Sorry, me and my technology here. I apologize, Kate. I'm just trying to bounce a few things around here. Thank you very much. That was a great program, and thank you for everyone that participated. It was just tremendous. So we got a good number of wig stands out of the project, and Kate did a great job of doing the live event and everything. So well done by everybody. Lastly, I just want to touch base on the restoration project that's going on in the church. I did send out an email kind of alerting everybody on we need a couple of large lathes to help turn the finials on the dormers that are at the top of the church for the restoration project. I've been trying to source out the material to do this with. If you look on the right, you'll see one of the posts. It's actually 3 pieces that are glued together, and then I guess over time, it really hasn't weathered very well. So I'm trying to find large enough pieces of either ash. I'm not really thrilled about using pine. I'm kind of leaving it up to any recommendations that anybody may have. I have had a few people offer to make the louvers, which is great. I will be reaching out to a few of the folks because we need about 20 of those, but the turn pieces, we need about 8. And so Chris has volunteered, I volunteered, because we both have larger size lathes, but if someone has a larger lathe and would like to help out, please let me know. And again, I'm looking for recommendations on the type of material to use here. And I'm trying to find a place to get it. I went over to Peacock. They don't have anything large enough to make a single piece round. So if you look at the right, and you'll see here that it's cut. What they don't want this time is they just want a single piece turned round, and they'll cut the proportion on the actual dormer itself. So they want a whole round piece, so that way the weather doesn't get to it and deteriorate it at any kind of rate. So you'll need a fairly large capacity to do this as well. I think the actual size on this one round is about 36 or 32 inches, somewhere around there. But then, you know, once we do a test piece, we may be able to see if a different size is more applicable. So if anyone, you know, has any recommendations, I'm not sure, like what, I hate when it does this. I'm not sure what wood to use on this. And again, I'm going to open up the mic in a couple of seconds. Feedback is greatly appreciated. So we'll kind of go from there, but that's what's going on now. There's a 6-week window, which we're down to 5 weeks now. So I got to try and source out the wood. They're supplying the material. We just have to do the turning and the cutting. The louvers have a bit of an angle to them, but a 10 degree or so on the front edge. And I think even the back edge, they're probably about 19 inches in length and about a 1/4 or 3/4 to 1 inch, 1.5 inch thickness to them as well. So yeah, kind of go from there. Yeah, so we may have to look, and there's just Cade's making a point about gluing. I know some of the newer glues are more applicable to the elements. So maybe we could look at that and still glue up pieces. We'll have to see how that works out. All right, let me see if I can unmute everybody here now. This is going to be a test of my ability. Unmute. Where's unmute? I'm going to open it up to
I can unmute myself. Can you hear me?
all right. How's that? Can you hear me now? Shows you how adaptable I am to this thing. All right. There we go. Unmute all. There we go. Now I've got it.
Are you willing to do that?
All right, we're going to mute all.
Just
There's a lot of
unmute
noise
everybody.
in the background. If you want to unmute yourself and then ask a question. I think that might be easier because I hear a lot of background noise. Thanks, Doug. All right. No questions? This is kind of like our regular Monday meetings, for crying out loud. Any thoughts, any comments, feedback, anybody? Can't unmute yourself. Okay. There we go. That's what I need to do. Try that, Chris.
That's better.
There we go.
So we're still talking about the church deal, or is this open now?
Open to whatever questions or comments you may have. I got my notepad here and I'm raring to go.
I saw the note about the Lotto Max, and we're not going to do that. And I'm just wondering whether or not we have the ability to still pay into the Lotto Max to Rick via the club. We could do it through the club to PayPal or whatever the system is there, or email him directly with cash, and he could run us through the summer. All we got to do is get him the money through to his email. Just do an e-transfer rather than shutting it down.
It's actually doable. It's going to be up to Mike though, because Mike's got to run the finances. Mike,
Either that or we go directly to Rick.
well, because
Rick wants to do it.
the like what we did for the donation for the PENS program, doing it that way, the money goes directly into our account. So in that case, we could do it where everybody would just pitch in 20 bucks through the Interact or through whatever, and through the website, and it would go directly to the club, and then the club would just pay Rick.
Just see if Rick wants to do that. If he doesn't, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because that'll be the time they call our numbers.
Yeah, Kate's also saying direct transfer. You can do direct transfer to Rick too.
Yeah.
Rick, are you there? I know you are.
I haven't seen Rick on here.
Somebody has background music on.
All right, let me reach out to Rick afterwards to see if I can get a.
Mike, please mute yourself. Mike, please mute yourself.
Yeah, someone's got the background going. There we go. I'll reach out to Rick and see if he wants to do it that way. And if he does, then I will, I'll set up an email and just send it out to everybody. Church project is 6 weeks from last week, so we're down to 5 weeks to get everything turned.
That's not much time, bud.
Yeah, I know. Well, you and I can do 1 or 2 each, and hopefully we can get a few more volunteers to do it. Then that'd be actually really good, because then it's just 1 or 2 pieces. I know.
Rob,
We
I-
need to
if you
sample,
cut
and
your-
then we need to do the glue up and before we turn it.
Yeah, we'll have to do it this week, so we'll have to figure out something.
Rob, the scale was hard to tell in the photo. What is the actual diameter of those pieces that you need to turn?
I measured it out at, so this one here on the left is the bigger piece, and at full round, it's about 32 inches, 34 inches, somewhere around there. Right now, it's cut, so you really can't measure the full dimension of it. This one,
Diameter, or is that circumference?
circumference, full circumference.
Okay, so diameter is 12 inches, 16?
I think probably about a 16 or even a 14.
Okay.
And how long a piece do you need? If it were ash, for instance.
The length isn't the issue. It's the diameter, the circumference of the whole thing that's the challenge. I didn't measure the actual top to bottom dimension on this one, but I'm thinking it's probably anywhere between 14 to 15 inches in length, roughly.
Okay, I could certainly find you some ash that size.
Would that weather well outside? Like, would that do? It's going to get painted, so
It's pretty hard wood.
yeah.
Like, you know, you're talking like axe handle.
How would that be to turn, Rick or Chris? Do you think we could do that? Shouldn't be a problem.
Well, yeah,
should it?
you can turn it and you can finish it with you can even pre-finish it with an epoxy and then paint after that just to protect
Yeah.
it.
Okay. If you could get back to me with possible material, then that'd be fantastic. Like if you have it, like we're gonna need quite a bit of it.
How many pieces?
Well, we need to do eight of each of these, each of these turn pieces.
So 8 pieces, 16-inch long.
Yeah.
I think I can come up with that.
that
I'll have a
hiding
look
in
and
the
be back to you
backyard?
tomorrow.
That's excellent. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and at least 16 inches in diameter.
Yeah. Yeah, we may have to glue some up, but I think if we use the right glue, like even the Type Bond 3, I mean that should work, shouldn't it? I would think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Rob, did you say the circumference was 32 inches?
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah, that's a
You've got a
diameter.
diameter of about
That's a diameter of
11,
about
12
10 to 11 inches.
Yeah. And again, it's all going to be trial and error because I only have the test pieces that I have. So Chris, maybe you and I can either, I can try and drop off the piece so we can talk from the end of the driveway kind of thing.
Sure.
Try and
Anytime.
figure it out.
That works for me.
Okay. All right. And
Could you
who's
drop-
offering the pieces again? Is that Brian?
No, I was just going to say, could you drop a lathe off at the end of my driveway?
Yes, it's Brian. Sorry.
Thanks, Brian.
I think I can cut them up and get them to you. I'll be back in town tomorrow.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. I'll work on that for you, Roy. I'll see what I can
Okay.
do. 2436 or 1640?
I don't need a one-way, just small.
All
Thanks.
right. Anyone else have any questions?
No,
No?
no, please.
Okay.
The good news is about maintenance, everything in the shop is still running and working order.
What's that?
Everything far as the shop maintenance aspect goes, everything in the shop is working.
All shined up, shiny new.
I think that's a first, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
The only thing
You
that's
just
not
think it
working
is.
is us.
Well, I haven't been in there, so I'm hoping everything's in the same place. So
Yeah.
it should be everything, like I said, nothing's broke, at least
Yeah,
everything.
the church right now, I would stay away if possible, because if anything, that is a hot zone. Just because there's a lot of people there, and it's a challenging environment. So definitely stay away from that environment if you can avoid it. So for those that I'm meeting tomorrow, and I'm not sure if it's still even open, but is the old Zellers building on Simcoe Street, is that parking lot still available? Like, is it still open, or do they close it?
It's the parking lot's still open, Rob. I'm just about a block away from there, and the parking lot is basically empty at all times. There's only a tax place and a TD bank machine inside that plaza
All right.
at this point. So yeah, it's open.
So for those that are meeting me tomorrow, if you take the 401 or you go down Simcoe Street, it's right where the 401 and Simcoe meet before you get off on the 401 or get on the 401 at Simcoe. I'll meet you in the parking lot there for 11, and I'll hand out the thank you cards and the bags, and you guys can kind of sort out the remainder of the pen stuff. So quick question to the group. Do we want to do this every week, or do we want to do this every 2 weeks?
If we're tracking stuff, we need to do it every week. The pens and the work for the church,
Yeah.
not involve everybody, but it's nice to see what other people are doing too, as far as creating over this time.
Okay. So the best way to do this is that if you've got projects, take a picture, send me the picture, and I'll put them on the PowerPoint. And I think that's probably the easiest way for me to show everybody. Again, I'm not the most versatile at Zoom yet. Usually I'm just a participant. I'm not the one running the meeting. So it's a bit of a learning curve for me. It's a bit of a bumpy one today. I apologize, but we'll get better as we kind of move this thing along. But so is everyone comfortable with every week? Does that sound good, or does everyone want to do this every 2 weeks?
Try it once a week.
Try it once a week, so
Yeah, every week's fine.
All right.
Yeah,
So-
I'd start with once a week, and as long as we've got enough material for, a little bit of a meeting, I don't see any reason to lessen it.
So I actually, I had an email from Canadian Woodworking magazine, and Rob Brown, the editor, had a video post. He's done a bunch of videos. And so there's some really nice topics. So the beauty about doing it this way is that I can run it directly from YouTube or from a website, and we can actually watch a video online here all together. So if you've got content that you want to maybe show the rest of the group in terms of a video that you've watched on YouTube or something you've seen on a various website, send me the link, and then we can do that as well. And it'll work a lot more efficiently than trying to do it at the club, where we're trying to figure out with all the other sound and everything else. This way we can all watch the video at the same time, and it should work relatively smoothly.